Hey guys, welcome back, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing another prospect spotlight. In this series, we take a look at a college prospect and look at areas of strength, weaknesses, scheme fit, pro comparison, and draft range. Today, we'll be taking a look at one of the biggest risers in the NFL draft, Maryland cornerback Deonte Banks. Before I get into it, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and leave a comment and let me know who you want to see me break down next. I have done similar videos on Will Levis, CJ Stroud, Jalen Carter, Lucas Van Ness, and Keon White, so check those ones out if you are interested. But without further ado, let's get into it. Deonte Banks is a player who has really risen up over the course of the past few months, and he has really started to rise up draft boards after an incredible performance at the draft combine. When watching Banks, the first thing you'll notice is he has fantastic size and some amazing athletic ability. Banks is 6 foot with a 31 3/8 of an inch wingspan, and that's something that is extremely valuable, especially at the cornerback position. He has pretty long arms, and that can come into play. We see some of the top cornerbacks in football possess longer arms, and Banks is no different. Banks ran a 4.35 40-yard dash, which was one of the best scores at the combine. He tested so well on all of his drills, the broad jump, the vertical jump, and that led him to rank first in athletic score amongst cornerbacks at the NFL Draft Combine. The 40 was impressive because one of the knocks on him was his top end speed, but I think he put those concerns to rest. He was a blazing speed, and he really showcased his speed at a high level on one of the biggest stage. Banks is an incredible athlete and is a very good man-to-man corner. Those are his biggest strengths. Banks specializes in press man coverage. He is very good when he is lined up on the line of scrimmage with the player and he's forced to run stride for stride with the wide receiver. Due to his speed, he is able to make a big impact in press and match the wide receiver's stride. He also has a good punch. He is able to get the wide receivers off their routes with his punch and take them out of the play for just a couple of seconds, which is huge and takes away a weapon from the quarterback. That's an incredible skill to have. He's got a great 1-punch and 2-punch and is able to knock receivers off their route pretty quickly. Banks also possesses good, twitchy instincts, and he makes quick reactions based on which way his man goes, which is good. He doesn't really get too caught up in double moves, does occasionally but not too much, and he has good ball skills and reacts quickly to a ball in the air. But a concern that comes up with Banks really struggles to hold on to interceptions. Over his college career, he had 11 pass deflections with only 2 interceptions in 3.5 years at Maryland, which is slightly concerning. You need your shutdown corners to be able to hold on to the ball. Deonte Banks at college really only had one great season of college production, and that was in 2022. He proved to be one of the best corners in the nation when he did play, but the problem was he was sat all of the 2021 season due to a shoulder injury, and he didn't seem to have the same amount of reps as some of the other guys in this draft. Overall though, I'm not too worried about this because he showed some excellent flashes when he touched the field last season, and he had a triumphant return to play in 2022 where he had 8 pass deflections and an interception. There are a few areas I want to see Banks improve upon. While he does show a good willingness to come up and try and make plays in the run game, he does struggle sometimes to shed blocks, and that takes him away from the play. I think his block shedding is a bit concerning, but with some NFL coaching, I think he can break these habits. You can see the mold is there. He does show willingness to make plays. If he doesn't get caught up on blocks, I think he could be a really good run defender. Banks also has some inconsistent technique. Sometimes he'll line up more vertical, other times his hand is in the dirt, and he just doesn't have a consistent technique that he sticks with on every snap. So I think improving on consistency and how he lines up on the line of scrimmage, getting more vertical, bending his knees a little bit more, I think that's really important for him moving forward to the next level. Maryland didn't run very many blitzes or design plays to have Banks go and pressure the quarterback. He had 0.5 sacks in his collegiate career, but I think due to his speed, if asked to blitz, Banks could be a very good blitzing corner due to his speed off the line of scrimmage. I think that's something that a lot of NFL teams are really going to value. As for scheme fit, I think Banks would fit best in a primarily man-to-man scheme. That's what he ran most of at Maryland, and that's what he's best at. Maryland didn't run a ton of zone coverage, most snaps were man, and Banks thrived in that role. I think that's what he should go to at the next level and where he would thrive the most. When it comes to a pro comparison, one name I have seen going around that I really like is Adoree Jackson. Adoree Jackson is who I compare Banks to because they're both really good in man coverage. They have great ball skills, they're able to make plays on the ball in the air, and they're very good at deflecting passes. However, they both struggle to hold on to interceptions. That is one of the biggest knocks on both of their games. They have very similar sizes, standing around 6 foot even, and I think that's a really good comparison for him. I think he could be an Adoree Jackson type player who's been a good cornerback throughout his career, dealt with some injuries, but he has been a very solid option wherever he has gone. In conclusion, Banks is an incredible athlete. He has off-the-chart speed, he is incredible in man-to-man coverage, is physical at the line of scrimmage, and his punch helps push the wide receivers off their route. He does have concerns here and there with lack of production and struggling to hold on to interceptions, but I think teams will fall in love with the athletic profile, and Deonte Banks will be selected in the first round of the 2023 NFL Draft.